How fancy. Look at you eating your tacos with a fork and a knife. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Kevin.
And I'm Nathan, and today we're in Washington, D.C.
It smells like democracy in here.
This beautiful crisp morning is brought to you by the Constitution Gardens. This is a national park with a water feature that overlooks the Washington Monument to the east, which makes it a great place to watch the sunrise. Constitution Gardens is a monument to the 56 signers of the Declaration of Independence, and this is Signers Island.
For the audiences around the world, was the Declaration of Independence signed right here?
Absolutely not. This was just a swampland at the time.
It was actually signed in Philadelphia. Here you can find the signatures of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. Here's Benjamin Franklin. Here's John Hancock.
This is where the connection between your signature and your Hancock became born. John Hancock signed the Declaration of Independence so big.
I had no idea about that connection. Altogether, there were 56 signers. We've only just arrived, but we're gonna get moving because Nathan says that we're late for our next destination. I dare you to go on a vacation with Nathan. You're gonna be very relaxed.
I'm not the one that said fill out my passport book. We've got 75 national parks to go to.
Not my fault. These cherry blossoms make me feel like we're in Japan. Today is the spring equinox. However, I feel like my hands are gonna fall off because I am freezing. Washington, D.C. is the capital of the United States. It is located on the East Coast and it is known for being the center of the U.S. government. D.C. stands for District of Columbia and was established as neutral ground, meaning not part of any state. It got its land through donations from Maryland and Virginia, and its name honors Christopher Columbus and George Washington, the first U.S. president.
Time for some breakfast. Nom 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 nom.
Bagels it is. Okay, we got breakfast for the week.
The city is home to iconic landmarks such as the White House, the Capitol Building, and the Washington Monument. There are also many free museums, historical sites, and cultural institutions, which make it a popular destination and a hub for political and historical activities.
You will also find lots of school tours from all over the nation and the world. We took a little break because this guy needed to work, but now we're on our way to the Washington National Cathedral. We're here. The Washington National Cathedral, officially named the Cathedral Church of St. Peter and St. Paul, is an excellent example of Neo-Gothic architecture. It is the world's 6th largest cathedral and the 2nd one in the US.
As you can see, there are many beautiful stained glass windows, intricate wood carvings, and incredible stone masonry. It serves as a house of prayer, but is also a landmark in the city. If you can visit, we highly recommend taking the architecture tour to learn more about this magnificent structure.
I'm trying to get a stamp for my National Park Service passport. However, those stamps are right there. The visitor center doesn't open until 9 and it is about 7:30 right now.
This is the first urban national park, and although it is a very big park, it also contains a lot of small satellite parks that are scattered around DC. So make sure you download your National Park Service app ahead of time and plan accordingly, especially if you're using public transportation. Know how you're going to get to each location.
There's lots of history in this park. You can find 9 Civil War sites here, old mills, and other historic places. But you can also go kayaking, you can golf, you can go horseback riding, and you can even play tennis. Now that is dedication. This is called Boulder Bridge, for obvious reasons. It was built in 1902 and it is a famous landmark in the park due to its architecture or how it blends perfectly with its surroundings. Worry not, I was eventually able to stamp my passport. It finally stopped raining just in time for us to have lunch. We order Brussels sprouts whenever we can. Today was no exception. We also shared nachos and 3 tacos. They were good, but as someone who comes from Mexico, I am offended by taco prices in the US. I mean, $6 per taco, that is insane. How fancy, look at you eating your tacos with a fork and a knife.
And now we're headed to the National Archives Museum. What's the most famous artifact in there, Kevin?
The Declaration of Independence.
The National Archives Museum offers a great opportunity to explore the history of the United States. As we mentioned before, you can find the original copy of the Declaration of Independence here, as well as other extremely important documents for our country, such as the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Word has it they also have the dress that Jackie Kennedy was wearing when John F. Kennedy was killed. However, it doesn't seem like we'll get to see that until at least 2100. Note that the lights are very dim here. They do this to conserve these documents. The museum also offers other special exhibits, and we recommend visiting if you want to learn more about our nation's founding and ongoing history. Also, plan accordingly. Many museums in Washington, D.C. are free and will offer timed entries, so check their website to make a reservation. We will leave links to the museums we visited in the description below. Fun fact! The Declaration of Independence is almost illegible. Are we really independent if you can't read what it says? We did not get a timed ticket for this museum. However, we had tickets for a film that they were showing there. When we got there was a huge line that wrapped around the building for general public, and another one that was empty for timed visit entrance. We gambled and we went through the timed visit line. We were ready to do the walk to shame back to the end of the other line, but they let us in and we were able to enjoy our film.
It got very windy right now. We're moving on to the Spy Museum. Let's see what secrets we can uncover.
Let's just hope that our disguises are enough to infiltrate the museum successfully. The Spy Museum was a ton of fun. It had plenty of activities for the kids, but also for adults. You could easily spend 3 to 4 hours there if you're really taking your time and interacting with everything. When you get there, you get assigned a secret role and you have a secret mission that you have to carry throughout your time at the museum. It's so much fun because you're doing that while you're looking at really cool artifacts and memorabilia from movies and stuff too, and you're learning about actual spy stuff.
Completing your secret mission is optional, but we recommend doing it just to get the most out of your experience.
This is one of the few paid museums that we chose to visit in the city, but it is worth it. An adult ticket will set you back $33.87 plus tax. Why that number, you ask? It's up for you to uncover that secret.
I found out that I could be a great asset as an international spy.
Kevin miserably failed at just about every task. But the good thing is, if you're a kid, it helps you along the way so you no matter what feel like you succeeded. But if you're an adult, you know you failed.
That's a lie. We are now going to go have dinner, and a restaurant is on the water, so you know it's good, according to Nathan.
That's my mom's sentiment, not mine. I judge a restaurant purely on its food, and it's not good just because it's on the water. And I can bash my mom because she doesn't watch my videos.
All right, let's go, because it's cold.
This restaurant is also on the Bib Gourmand list. We have a whole video explaining what that is right here.
Anyway, I love Korean food and I had high expectations for this place. However, I was not impressed. The food was good, but not great and very expensive. Okay, we're gonna go watch the show now. You can go up to the terrace of this building and get these amazing views. Today, it was extremely windy and cold. We saw a comedy show called Sheer Madness. It was great. That is the national debt as of March 2024. I really like their subway stations. Most of them look like this. You know the train is coming when you see that these lights start to flash. The subway wasn't usually this empty. We either rode it very early in the morning or very late at night. Today is such a beautiful day compared to yesterday's wet, cold weather. Today is actually very cold, but we are here at the US National Arboretum. Nathan's itinerary doesn't allow for any exchanges, so we're here rain or shine. Let's go and check it out. Something beautiful is growing here, but not right now. It is super cold. Nathan's upset because he can't find the herbs at the herb garden. But then again, he's always upset about something. Here we go. Is this rosemary?
Actually, it's rosmarinus.
Oh my god, look at those tulips. I think this is a sign that we need to go to Amsterdam. Cool looking branch. There's a 5K today and Nathan was going to join it. Are you still going to?
No, hell no, it's way too cold.
These people don't think so.
Take your mark. Go!
These are the National Columns, a collection of 22 Corinthian columns which were once a part of the east portico of the Capitol building. They served as the backdrop for presidential inaugurations from 1829 with Andrew Jackson to 1957 with Dwight David Eisenhower. However, in 1958, the columns were dismantled to make way for the extension of the Capitol, and in 1990, they were brought here for our enjoyment.
Alright, we made it to the most anticipated part of this visit.
We're at the National Bonsai and Pension Museum, which is located inside the US National Arboretum. But note that it opens a little bit later. Also, pets are not welcome inside this part of the exhibit.
Ooh, I like this room. As expected, we saw many bonsai trees. Which one is your favorite?
We're now having lunch at Florida Avenue Grill. This is a very famous diner-style restaurant, and it claims to be the oldest soul food restaurant in the world. Here, I tried the fish and grits, and Kevin had the jerk chicken wings. But what was most interesting to us was the fact that the booth we were sitting at turned out to be the very same one that Martin Luther King Jr. once used in 1963 when planning the March on Washington. This national monument was established to honor the history of women's suffrage and equal rights movements in the U.S. The museum is housed in what was once the headquarters of the National Woman's Party, which played a major role in the fight for women's rights.
Alright, we're headed to Planet Word. It sounds like a scientific museum to me, but we're not really sure. Nathan has no clue what it is about.
I planned it so long ago and I completely forgot. So maybe it's about languages, maybe it's about the environment, maybe it's about space, maybe it's about none of that at all.
Let's go and find out. Don't let the Franklin School sign fool you. That is Planet Word.
Is what you call it when a cop is talking to somebody in a room like this.
All right, I'm gonna try to guess Nathan's phrase. You are in a pickle.
Up next is Taylor Swift's massive hit, Shake It Off. The song is an internal monologue. It's like we're inside Taylor's mind, listening to all the haters. Because it's casual, she doesn't force too many perfect rhymes. Instead, she just chooses a lot of words with a long A sound. This is called assonance. Great songwriters like Taylor know, if you want people to sing along, you give them something that's familiar, but just a little bit different. That's exactly what happens in the chorus.
Everything's a wheel, turning and turning, never stopping.
The frogs is part of it.
Turned out that museum had all to do with languages. It was free, took 2 to 3 hours to go through, and was a ton of fun, very interactive.
All right, we're gonna have some dinner, and then after that, some much-deserved rest. I am so tired. This is one of the best pizzas we've had. Plus, there was this special where we could get a bottle of wine for cheap. Needless to say, I enjoyed it.
Hey, all you wanderers out there. Thanks for watching our channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to find out where I got bound to next. And remember, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.